Finally, again, it's taken like 5 tries before the video is oriented right. Hi, I'm Angelo. I've been homeless in Northern Virginia for 5 months now. I want to show the already rich area that Amazon's moving to. This is Crystal City, Virginia. Thought I'd give you all a gander at the goods of what they're trying to come and remodel basically for themselves. They're like, hey, it's ours now. We want it. Just quit my job recently. I talked about that. A lot of people saw that video where I talked about it with my mom. Don't exactly know why, but glad you did. And let's start the tour. This is a very rich area, very white. A lot of professionals around here. You can see by all the condos and high-rises and luxury homes, all that stuff. What a deal to try and live here. You pay so much money to live in this area, and Amazon just wants to drive the prices up. I actually came out tonight to a little fundraiser thing. I actually kind of wish I didn't. I'm glad, you know, to support the person who's running for a local office to help immigrants and, you know, working class people. The reason I say I kind of wish I didn't go, I didn't realize it would be $10 for food there. I was like, oh crap, like I'm not going to stuff just to spend money, but okay, I contributed, I got my little meal and I left. Now I'm walking it all off because I had a bunch of beans and plantain. But it was good, glad to be there. So this is a rich area, horrible to drive in, horrible to navigate. Amazon's going to make it way worse to get around in. Basically, everywhere here is like a mixing bowl for like 5 different highways, and there's the metro around here. And there's big shopping centers. You see all the condos around here. I could barely find parking for this thing today, and then I just left early because like, I'm uncomfortable. I don't know. I don't like standing around with people talking. I feel like a fight will break out at any moment. I don't know, I guess I'm too used to being a bouncer and just watching people all the time. I'm like, it just makes me uncomfortable. Being around people just hanging out, like they're just waiting for, like, testing me or something. Like, you know, I gotta pass the test or else they're gonna just jump me. So I had to get out of there. I was uncomfortable. Maybe I've seen too many movies. Birds, why did they attack? Hey Lynx, how's it going? It took me like 5 tries just to get this right before the camera was oriented correctly. Hey, look at this. Just walking around here, it's a dark and cloudy day. Really comfortable out now, like good temperature. Not hot, not cold. I slept fairly well. I kept waking up. I don't know, man, I sleep so miserably when I don't eat much before I go to bed. So I was trying to lose weight because I didn't exercise that great this week, and I've been gaining a little bit, and I ate some junk food yesterday. They offered free pizza at the scene shop where I was building sets at. So I'm building sets for a play now. I built a bed frame, a cabinet, helped build some other stuff. Everybody liked this video, by the way. Help get it to the top of YouTube. And I'm doing a public service right now showing you what Amazon's going to come and take over. Please help oppose Amazon coming here. When I went homeless, the average rent in Arlington was $1,678 a month for a 1-bedroom apartment. This is Arlington, by the way. So this is a neighborhood in Arlington, Crystal City. Now, I just checked it again at the Arlington County website. It's over $1,900 a month. So in the span of like 5 months, the average rent went up $300 a month. Do you think anyone's wages went up $300 a month? Hell no. Especially just regular working people. There's a lot of bikes on the wall. I should have taken the thumbnail picture here. Look at this. It's just all down the street, bikes. Click like for the bikes, everybody. Yeah, $1,900 a month. So how are you supposed to afford it? And if you can't, you think the landlord cares? You think anybody cares? No, or anybody who's in power? No, because they're like, well, that's just business development. That's just, you know, how business works. You know, you got to figure out a way. You got to be innovative. funny, they're not being innovative about, say, zoning more land for affordable housing. They're doing stuff like this, putting up high-rises, big expensive condos, luxury homes, where you gotta pay thousands and thousands of dollars a month. You gotta be rich, you gotta commute in this. All you can imagine when this street is busy, it's a Sunday night. Look how packed already this row of cars is where they're parking here. Now I'm worked up. Look how many units of housing there are here, and they want to bring 25,000 employees here, and they're going to bring them from around the world because Amazon doesn't have to recruit from around here. Anybody around here who wants a tech job, they can get it at many other companies around here. Amazon has the resources to be able to recruit from anywhere in the world. So you think they're looking for just people here? No. Real estate listings around here have gone up many, many times over. I mean, the clicks on real estate listings, they count that. On websites like Zillow and Redfin, they've gone up many, many times over as soon as Amazon announced that they were going to move their headquarters here. So already we're seeing the effect of some of that. $1,900 a month. So even if I was filthy rich, how could I live with myself if I was paying a landlord that? Ultimately, yeah, I might, just because, especially the summer coming, it's going to be tough in the summer to sleep. It was hard enough to sleep last night. Like I said, I didn't eat much last night, and when I don't eat much, water goes right through me. I had to wake up so many times, my heart was racing, I was dehydrated, I had to go to the bathroom, which meant going in water bottles constantly. Eventually, I ran out of water bottles in the car that I had water in, so I was so uncomfortable, I had to go out to the trunk of the car at like 6:30 in the morning, get another pack of water bottles. Thankfully, I had an extra in there, drank those. Thankfully, also, the gym I go to, the water's a lot better now. I said before, the water was awful. It was like ammonia was in it. Now, it's good. So I filled up like 6 water bottles that I had empty sitting around. So thank goodness I'm not just buying up tons and tons of water bottles. But I was dehydrated, my heart was racing, I woke up. Now, you can imagine in the summer, that's gonna be even worse. Food, I'll be able to manage all right because I'll just have a cooler and ice packs. Yeah, the sparks in my car, man, that was funny. It all kind of worked out in a weird way. Remember, I was really worried that fascist, that racist guy who hired me, by the way, check out my shirt. And it was cool. Some guy was walking down the street, walking his dogs, and he smiled at me. He's like, awesome shirt. Actually, I felt uncomfortable when he said that. I was like, whoa, I wasn't expecting a reaction. But that was cool. You can imagine how bad the traffic is around here. A bunch of one-way streets, a bunch of places where you can't turn, all metered parking, paid parking. It was hard for me to even get parking here. But okay, the thing I was saying with my car, yeah, it's all right now because that wire was really good. I liked how it could bend and then stay in position. But because I was heading over to that racist house who I was working for, because he said he couldn't find something and he was worried I might have taken it, I said, okay, I'll head over to your place, I'll help you look for it. 5 minutes later, he called me, he said he found it. Of course, I didn't take it. And so I pulled over at the Home Depot, did my live stream. When I went to start my car, sparks flew out, and then my battery died right afterwards, too, on my phone. So at least I had caught that on live stream, and then I clipped it and put it in a separate video. But fortunately, I parked right next to a Home Depot. So I went inside, I got like $2 worth of cable, and I just cut it and stripped it. And it's really flimsy and weak. It's like a limp rope, but now I'm able to start my car with that. It's not as nice as starting with the other one, but whatever, it works fine. And at least I got a bunch of it. So if that happens again, if the cable gets fried, I'll have more I can make. Oh, that's true. Yeah, let the faucet run for a while. I didn't think of that. And it's supposed to have it has a filter on it, and it says the filter status like green, yellow, red, and the filter status has been green. But yeah, it tastes like crap, that water. So I was like, man, it tastes like I'm drinking like dirty goldfish tank water or something. It's weird ammonia taste in there. But yeah, so now I got a car full of water bottles that I filled up at the gym. It was funny. I went to the gym, filled up 2 bottles. I was just taking a chance. I was like, damn it, man. I gotta just try and fill them up. Filled up 2, went back to my car, filled up another 3, went back to my car, filled up another 2, went back to my car because I had so many. But yeah, I had to keep waking up, and now in the summer, it's going to get hot. It's going to be hard for me to sleep in my car. That's why I'm wondering, I don't know what I'm going to do. Yeah, I could leave the windows open, but if it's hot, it's not going to matter if the windows are open. On top of that, we're going to have bugs, and we're going to, have rain. So if it's raining, I cannot have the windows open. That's why I'm saying I don't know what I'm going to do this summer to sleep. Yeah, bugs, exactly. The weirdest, by the way, the weirdest bugs I ever encountered were in Annandale. I could not open my damn window there because... Oh, and again, anybody joining me, this is Crystal City. This is the neighborhood where Amazon's moving to. So they're already helping drive up the rent, make people like me homeless. It was so weird going to this meeting tonight. It was a little fundraiser, political fundraiser for a very progressive candidate. And they didn't say it'd be $5 for like, there was an art auction, which was separate from the price to get it. And then there was food. So it was $10 for food. I was like, motherfucker, like I'm unemployed. But all right, I paid the $10. I leaned over on the computer. I filled in all my info. It's funny, asked for my address. And even though, I have an address on file, I'm like, oh, well, I don't have an address. I feel so weird when people ask me, where do you live? Do you live around here? I live in my car. I feel so weird about that stuff. And then I feel weird when everyone's standing around talking. I'm like, this seems like an excuse for someone to start a fight. Maybe I've just been around the bar too much, been a bouncer too long. I'm not comfortable with people just standing around talking. They gotta be doing something. Their hands gotta be occupied. Because I'm like, they're waiting. I'm used to being in the bar where it's like, people are testing you to see, will you make them do what they're told? They're not all the time. It's not like prison, It's not like everybody's super, tough or anything. But I was just like, a guy asked me something, I didn't hear him. I had my earplugs in, there was music playing, people talking. My ears are feeling much better, by the way, now that I stopped using headphones to edit my videos. But this candidate, she's running for office in Fairfax, around here. And Annandale's a part of Fairfax, where I used to live. But I was saying in Annandale, I found the weirdest bugs I've ever encountered in my life in Annandale. It was so obscenely hot in my room in Annandale. It was a sweat box. Whatever it was the corner of the building and the sun was beating down on it. I had a little window down in the corner. It was actually nice, a floor-to-ceiling window, and it opened up at the bottom. So I would open the window. Within like 2 minutes after opening it, the most giant, like, they were like ants that could fly. I don't know how to describe them. These were like flying ants would get in my room. So I'm like, screw it, I can't open my window. They can detect the air coming out of my room. And no, I didn't have a window screen on that. We had window screens on the other one nice thing we did have about the house in Annandale. The second, or kind of the middle floor, but the first floor in the front, out the back, it became a second floor deck because of the way it was on a hill. So we had a little deck, a patio, and there were screens on that door. So we could sit there and have the screens on the door and eat in the living room, me and one of my friends who were there. And it was nice. We could stand out there, but it was a depressing view of the parking lot. No buildings like this there in Annandale. Look at this. So this, you can imagine, they're paying well over $1,900 a month for one bedroom. The fire, okay, in my car, so what I was saying, I was going to the old racist house. I was heading to his house because he said, he couldn't find something and that I had handled earlier. And I know he was wondering, did I take it? So I said, hold on, I'll just go over and help you, even though I didn't want to even go there. And I knew it was somewhere right there. Sure enough, 5 minutes later, he called me, he found it. So I pulled over at Home Depot, which is what I was passing. And when the sparks flew in my car and that wire burnt, I just went into Home Depot, got a $2 cable, like a ribbon of cable that was like 20 feet or something, cut a little piece of it, stripped it with some scissors, nothing fancy, and I just used that to start my car. It's not as nice because it's really flimsy and like limp, but it works fine. And you know what I realized it's actually kind of good? It's like an anti-theft system. You cannot steal my car with this thing when you have to start it this way, because you won't know how to start it. And it'll be a huge hassle. So that's good. Now I got an additional anti-theft system. I won't even mess with it. I'll just start my car like this for a while. Who cares? And if the next cable goes bad, I still have a whole spool of it. So, yeah, I was at this progressive camp. I came to Crystal City because there was this little fundraiser, a little community event for a progressive candidate for office around here. And the thing is, I'm just so uncomfortable. I don't know. I used to be really excited to go to stuff like that and like go talk to. I don't know. Just it's like I'm cynical, Jay. I'm like, I don't care. There's nothing I want out of this. I was glad to go there and support people. Thanks, Links. Yeah, thanks for reminding everybody. Like the video. That helps get this to the top of YouTube. And there was somebody had an accident here. There's like a computer chip there. And that looks like, no, not window tinting. I don't know what that is. Just a window and broken plastic. So somebody crashed something here or threw something from up there. Oh, it's hard for me to look up. I have a fear of high tall buildings and ceilings. No, I wanted to see a movie last weekend or yesterday, and I would have, but I was in the scene shop building a set for a play, and I was having a good time there, and I kind of didn't want to leave. They didn't have many people, and then they ordered pizza. I was like, well, I'm staying for that. And I don't like eating pizza, even though I like it, but it's not healthy for me. I have no idea where my cholesterol is. I'm really trying to eat healthy, so I had 3 slices of pizza, and I stayed there until 5 o'clock or whatever, and finished all the stuff they needed. So I didn't get a chance to go to that movie. You see all the people behind me? They should have said, look, I'm on TV. But yeah, I wanted to see that. I'm going to try and see something, free movies. That's all I do is just free movies now. So I'm going back around the block. Here's how you know you're in a rich neighborhood. First of all, look at the high rise behind me. And then look at Whole Foods. That's a rich person's store, and Amazon owns it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the thing is about the set building, I actually know several of the people there. I used to volunteer a lot at the theater company for like a year, but that was like 9 years ago. And since then, I've had jobs, I've been busy, and there's just not time for it. Like, as much as I'd like to do some stuff, I'll only focus on what I really want to. Hey, we'd all like to do a lot of things, but yeah, at least it's cool. Hey, I'll get to see a free show, when the play comes out. It was good exercise. I was trying to get that in too. But look at, can you imagine? Look at this place is already this like metropolis that's half abandoned in a way. That's why they want Amazon to come here. Suppose, it's business coming. But what about the people who can barely afford to live here? We went up, an average bedroom went up in Arlington. So we're in Arlington, Crystal City, this neighborhood here, and it's all over a few blocks, this way, that way, whatever. I'll try and go a different direction around here. But Crystal City is, what was I saying? Oh, it's in Arlington. The average rent for a 1-bedroom apartment in Arlington, 5 months ago when I went homeless, was $1,678 a month, according to the Arlington County website. I just checked again a few days ago. It went up to over $1,900 a month. So if it's going up several $100s a month, the average, then you get into other, 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms. You want to have a family. You'll have to be 2 people working full time. No, they have designed a specific area for Amazon. Oh, Arlington and the state of Virginia, they've pulled out all the stops. They went out of their way to try and make Amazon feel comfortable. Oh, please, our lords at Amazon, we don't want you to feel this was a bad idea. We want you to feel you made a wise investment in Arlington. So they're going to practically rebuild this whole area and call it National Landing. They're going to rename it from Crystal City to National Landing. This was already a rich neighborhood anyways. And so there's going to be another 25,000 people here, only a lot more than 25,000. It's probably going to be over 50,000 because you're going to have people with their families. Amazon's not going to help add any more, public transportation funding. Yeah, National Landing's such a bland name. Crystal City is fine. They're not going to add any money for the metro. Not going to help the schools around here. They're going to get crowded. They're not going to help make housing more affordable. Basically, they just want to come here and reap the benefits of a few business or a few political leaders around here hoping to get rich alongside Amazon and hope it'll propel their political careers and get Amazon lots of contracts to help make weapons to kill poor people in other countries. And when the refugees and immigrants come here from those countries, Amazon's got technology they're using with ICE to capture and deport immigrants out of the country. So it's such a sleazy, cynical business. That's not to mention they sell white supremacist products on there. They don't care. Hey, check out my shirt. It's pretty cool. But can you imagine? 5 months, it went up $300 a month. The average rent went up $300 a month for a one-bedroom apartment. So what's it going to be in a year? Do you think anybody's going to make, if it's $600 a month higher in 1 year, do you think anyone's going to be making $600 more every month? Hell no. Some people, maybe. Some government contractors, basically people who are already doing very well. People who are already at big tech companies. And Amazon, by the way, I doubt they're going to treat their employees well, just like they don't treat them well at the warehouses. I've heard, stories of how women have it horrible. They try and hide that they have families, that they have kids, because they're seen as not loyal to the company when they reveal that they have families. It's a horrible, horrible system. They don't want unions. They don't want workers to organize. Can you imagine getting around this place during rush hour? Thanks, Links. It is terrible getting around here. It's bad enough driving when it's not rush hour. It was hard for me to find parking tonight. Then I went to that thing, and I feel like people are testing me all the time. And I just can't, I don't know. It feels weird. Just standing around talking. What's on my agenda? When I was younger and I had a lot of energy, I had an agenda. I wanted to go up to people and talk to them. Now, what do I care? I have no agenda. I'm just like, leave me alone. That's my fantasy. Everybody leaves me alone. This place is horrible during rush hour. Can you imagine another 50,000 or 75,000 people here going to work, going to school, going to the doctor, going to after-school activities? Amazon's not investing in. All they claim is their employees will pay income taxes here, and those will help the city. Yeah, right. If Amazon wanted to help, they could pay taxes. They could be a lot more transparent than they are now. They could comply. They could help, lobby for low-income housing, lobby against deportations, lobby against wars. They don't want to. Jeff Bezos could be the most beloved man in the world. He could pay for everybody to have free housing in this country, free medicine. He doesn't want to. So it tells you it's not about money. It's about greed. He could still be the richest man in the world and make a lot of people's lives better. Anyways, so how's everybody doing? I don't know. Is that normal? Is it weird to not be just social group? I don't know what is certain groups. It's like where I'm not trying to strike up a conversation with strangers. I debated whether I wanted to go to this. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll go. Then I went there. I'm like, I don't even want to initiate a conversation with anyone. Really, one of my fears is someone will start a bad conversation with me and I won't want to continue it and I'll feel trapped there. That was what happened with the old racist that I was working with. That I'll just deal with someone I have no rapport with, just make me uncomfortable, creep me out, and that's it. And take a look. This is, hey Sharzad. Take a look at the rich neighborhood Amazon will be in around here. Again, we're in Crystal City. This does not look like low-income housing. These are luxury condos and apartments. Forget where I am now. I mean, basically, no, I'm not far from my car. This is already, you see the difference between this and Annandale? How everything's carefully laid out here. Look at the giant sidewalks. Annandale barely has sidewalks. Wow, see, that's what you can do with money like that. Look at it. I've never lived in anything like that. I can't imagine. It would scare me almost to live in something like this. Like, what do I do with myself now? Beautiful homes. It's like a house inside an apartment. I just saw inside there. Jeff Bezos doesn't want to invest in people here. He wants to invest in space. I'll sit down for a minute. Yeah, that's wild. He bought a museum, turned it into his home. That's what you can do when you're rich. Imagine it. I mean, why wouldn't he want to lobby with all his power and say it's obscene that I can live wherever I want, any home I want, and there are people still here struggling and homeless? And like I was saying before, I felt a little weird, like people asking me already, you know, like, where do I live? And how are they supposed to know? It's not, you know, their fault at all. Who's that going to bring jobs for? What kind of jobs are they bringing? They're not bringing jobs that I can get or that I'd want. They're bringing jobs that pay six figures, sometimes over $800,000 a year. These are for highly skilled people who can already get jobs like this. And in this area, anybody who wants a job like that can get it. There are already so many companies that do tech work around here. Amazon wants this for specific reasons. One, Jeff Bezos lives around here. Two, they want to be able to lobby the Pentagon and the White House. And they want a ton in tax breaks and subsidies to move here. Virginia is paying, not Amazon, Virginia is paying for a Virginia Tech campus nearby so that Amazon can train new people to work for them. They don't even have enough people who can work for them yet. So they're going to have to train people and put them in school to do that. What's that tell you? This is not about filling jobs. We already have more jobs than people around here. We have more vacant commercial properties than we can fill. We have homeless people around here. We have vacant units of housing. This is not a problem of we need more jobs here, and jobs are going to help the problem. Jeff Bezos is going to help bring tens of thousands of people here, and he's not going to invest any more in transportation around here, public transportation, the roads, schools that are going to be overcrowded, hospitals. What else would he need to invest in? I don't even know. Whatever other infrastructure. Water? I don't know. But he's not going to help with any of that. He just wants to reap the benefits of a bunch of politicians whose eyes got wide. They're like, wow, big business is coming to Arlington. Yeah, Amazon paid less than most people in taxes. So Amazon's not going to be helping this area. They're going to make rent go up, just like I said at the beginning. Rent, on average, for a one-bedroom apartment in Arlington about 6 months ago was $1,678 a month. I just checked a few days ago. Now it's over $1,900 a month. Where's it going to be in 6 months? Well over $2,000 a month. Where's it going to be in a year? Maybe over $2,500 a month. What about 2 years? It's going to be close to $3,000 a month. How many people do you think can afford that? $3,000 a month for rent. That would mean you'd have to make like $9,000 a month just to kind of get by. Most people are making nowhere near that. So what's going to happen? So many lower income people around here, so many middle class people, which there aren't that many, mostly a lot of lower income people. So many immigrants are going to be driven out of the area, or they're going to have to get a second or third job, commute even farther, not have time to enjoy their lives. They're going to be miserable. Living, you know, degrading, repetitive jobs that don't pay well, that aren't fulfilling. No, not everybody can do that, and we don't give everyone the opportunity to do that. We should make it easier for immigrants to be able to set their own businesses up. But it's funny, people hate immigrants being here and blame them for not succeeding and being rich, and all these things they're not really, allowed to do when they're living underground, and yet at the same time say they shouldn't have rights to do any of those things that they expect citizens here to do. Well, which is it? Are they coming to see that? Well, that just shows you they're racist. They don't care. It's never about assimilating or what. That's about they're not white, and lots of people want white people here. That's it. What's that got to do with all the immigrants around here who are struggling? Tell me. I mean, how does that make sense? If that made sense, then we wouldn't have this picture of hundreds of thousands of immigrants in Virginia and another few 100,000 in Maryland, especially undocumented immigrants, but also documented immigrants, permanent residents and citizens who are struggling with low-paying jobs. Now, why is that? That's not what you can succeed over time looks like. That's just not. Why would we make it so obscenely difficult for them to try and succeed here when we could easily make it a lot more equitable? But we don't. It's not because we can't. It's not because it's their responsibility to work 3 jobs and somehow, try and skimp on groceries and save money until what? Like, what's the opportunity that's waiting for them? It's because we don't want to help them. We don't want them to be successes. And by we, I mean fundamentally a system which wants the status quo of white men being powerful and rich. Oh, excuse me. It's people like my brother who act so nationalistic about Greece. My brother's a white supremacist. He's such a nationalist about Greece. He's, oh yeah, Greece is my home, whatever. Lives in his parents' basement. And he supports Trump. He doesn't want immigrants. He wants to, I don't know if shut down the border, but basically shut it down. He wants Trump's immigration agenda imposed. He believes in racist lies about immigration across the Mexican border. So that shows you people who will say, oh yeah, I support immigrants. His mom's an immigrant. And yet he hates immigrants here who are what? They're not as white. That's exactly what it's like. Sharzad, okay, your story is not emblematic of millions of people here. I mean, you agree with me, right? Yeah, exactly. So that tells you, 'cause I know what it's like. I grew up with him. I grew up thinking like him. When I grew up, I probably influenced him when I was younger because I was conservative back then. Yes, you do what? That's not emblematic of millions of immigrants in this country. So you can remove yourself from that equation if you say, well, it's just you can succeed. Yeah, it's made extremely difficult. And lots of immigrants who are successful, they get deported. So explain that. What's the success in that? My mom's struggling to get by here. She's an immigrant, but I don't count her as like, oh, well, that's there for the face of immigrants. That's just one story. I'm going by a broad trend that encompasses many, many people. Yeah, exactly. And people like me, you see what I mean? Like, I know what it's like because I've seen it up close. My brother is like that. He believes that racist propaganda about the border being dangerous and people coming across the Mexican border to take over the country, and basically people who aren't white are coming here, and that's the fear and the panic. So Jeff Bezos and Amazon aren't going to help that. They're going to help drive out immigrants here who can barely afford to live here. There's already been articles about it, talking about how, there's lots of Hispanic neighborhoods around here and communities that are going to be driven out. And that's the whole point. They want that. They, meaning politicians, even the supposed liberals, the Democrats, dealing with the needs of immigrants and black people and brown people is a pain in the ass to them. They hate it. They don't even want it. They'll just say some nice words about it. Hillary Clinton will say, yes, we need equity with the police and black communities. What does that mean? That means nothing. That's nothing of a statement. While she makes billions of dollars a year and is friendly with dictators around the world. Yeah, I understand, Sharzad. I know. But anyway, so, yeah, anyways. So take a look at this. It's so weird, me sitting here, like, they don't even want me here. I don't belong here. They want me out. Does because I'm a poor guy who doesn't want to work for Amazon, doesn't want to work a degrading, crappy job, doesn't want to, you know, like abide by the convention of what success is. I didn't even want to go to that fundraiser tonight, really. Like, I felt so uncomfortable at it. It's just so weird. It made me uncomfortable. It was like a bad suit. Like, get it off me. I was glad to support the person there, don't get me wrong. But I was like, I just got to learn my lesson. Socializing in situations like that's not for me. Again, when I was younger, I had an agenda. I want to go talk to everybody and, you know, hang out. Now, I just want to work. That's it. And I'll talk to people while I'm working. But otherwise, everybody leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Nobody call me. Nobody email me. Leave me alone. It's so weird being here, like knowing this harbinger of, you know, bad things to come. Amazon's coming, along with climate change. It's going to totally devastate the world, and the human race may not survive it. It's still an open question. We should have dealt with it 120 years ago, because people knew about it back then. They were already writing about the effects of carbon emissions into the atmosphere. But that wasn't good business for gas and oil executives and the politicians who worked with them and who didn't care about the poor neighborhoods and the black and brown communities that were disproportionately affected by pollution and toxic waste and the diseases that broke out there, cancers, birth defects. They didn't care. What do they care? Everything's so well manicured and maintained here, and it's such a beautiful facade. And yet you go a few miles away from here in virtually any direction, you will find people who are miserable, absolutely struggling to survive. It is horrible. You will find people between a couple, you know, spouses and kids, the couple will be working between them 3 or 4 jobs, not even being able to put any money in their bank accounts. I used to work. Yeah, Flint still doesn't have clean water. Amazing how Jeff Bezos doesn't just say, hey, I just feel like fixing Flint's water supply. And it was funny. Somebody said, well, that's illegal. That would be like bribery for him to just pay money to a city. It happens all the time. So at least do it for a noble purpose and just figure out the way to kind of funnel the money to make it seem legitimate. That's all. And then get it fixed. Amazing how he could do that and still be the richest person in the world many times over. He does not want to. Elon Musk does not want to. Warren Buffett, for all his talk about how the rich should be taxed more, and yes, they should, he doesn't want to. Where's this? Oh, we're in Crystal City, a neighborhood in Arlington where Amazon's going to be moving into. I happen to be here for this small little political fundraiser today for a progressive candidate around here. The whole fundraiser made me uncomfortable. I just don't like hanging around people and just relaxing, and it just made me feel weird, and I don't want attention on myself, and I don't want to talk to other people sometimes, so I just left. I just walked out and just decided, okay, I'll live stream around here. By the way, I think I'll have a lot of videos this week with my mom. We're planning, hopefully, if it all goes to plan, you know, and never know. Her schedule changes so much, and it was funny. Last Friday, I didn't film with her because I thought it was Saturday. Do I know this person? No. I was looking in the restaurant. I was like, do I know that person? So I just decided to walk around and give you all a gander at the goods of the area that Amazon wants to fundamentally take over. Check out the people on scooters. You can see them. By the way, somebody did walk by me earlier and said, awesome shirt. Guy walking by, it made me uncomfortable actually. I didn't want to acknowledge it, but he smiled. He's like, yeah, awesome shirt. Yep, 10 cities, and in Los Angeles, the police are paid millions of dollars to clear out their 10 cities and get people out there and clean them up. When that money would be so much better spent, it would make so much more sense to pay for showers, bathrooms, housing, food for the homeless, medicine. Instead, they're being paid millions to clear out homeless camps. How does that make any sense? The whole point is cruelty. That's it. It's to look down on the homeless as not human, to make it easier for people to not look at them as human and say, oh, not in my backyard, that's the NIMBY thing. Not in my back. I don't want a homeless shelter around here, please. But we got to help the homeless somewhere else, not near where I live. I want my property value to stay high. I want to make as much money as possible on my home. Don't make jokes like that. Look at how damn filthy. You could just tell this is a gym or something. What kind of gym is this? This is a gym from Star Trek. We don't even yet have the technology for this. We're the richest companies around here, and we have the poorest people. Not the poorest people. Okay, Rob, no, you can stop being the irony bro. Yeah, the goal is to try and gentrify every neighborhood. That's right. It's absolutely right. Look at how every restaurant around here is beautiful. Even the Dunkin' Donuts around here, so beautiful. I gotta find my way back to my car and then go to the bathroom. Wait a minute, can I go to the bathroom in here? What do you mean it's irony? It's a commentary. It's not being ironic. This place is like overwhelming, and it couldn't be more obvious that, you know, anybody who has any power here would be like, hey, you don't belong here. We don't want people like you here. Maybe you should get a job. No, it doesn't say make racist. It says make racists afraid again. Yep, you can be fined for giving away free food to the homeless. That's true. Or giving away blankets, because that's considered giving them camping paraphernalia. And why is that against the law? Because they don't want people to help the homeless. They want it easier to look at the homeless as different, as them and us. Where the hell was I parked? Either that side of the street or this side. I'll try walking down this side. 14 people here. Welcome. Yep. Hey, K-Dub's World. Good to be out here. I'm in Crystal City, the place where Amazon's going to move to. Look at that shot. Yeah, they want homeless people to be invisible. That's right. They're fine with making homeless people. They don't care about that. They just don't want to know about it afterwards. So like, oh, gee, please, it's really inconvenient that you're homeless around me. Can you not be homeless around me? Can you be homeless somewhere else? I literally, and I, to a certain extent, bought into that idea when I was younger. That's what a chauvinist I was. And I had a boss when I worked at Regal Cinemas who was just angry at homeless people. He would tell me when homeless people would ask him for change that he would just he told me, he's like, well, stop being homeless. And even I was shocked by that. I was like, that's why I said I bought into that a lot, but I wasn't that mean about it. I was like, oh, geez. But that's what he thought. And he was the general manager at Regal Cinemas. He was a jerk, too. But yeah, people who claim to be liberal, claim to want to help the homeless. There's some GoFundMe this guy is making somewhere, a total jerk, that's supposed to pay to help keep a homeless shelter out of his neighborhood, and people are contributing to it. That shows you the level of white supremacy and arrogance of, you know, rights for me, but not rights for thee. Oh, I'm so superior to you. Geez, it's really inconvenient if you're around me when I'm white. I'm white, that's really important. I worked hard to be white. Maybe if you worked harder, you'd be white too and you wouldn't be homeless. That's basically the attitude a lot of these people carry around when they fight to keep homeless shelters out of their neighborhood. And, you know, I wonder, is it all just a lost cause? Is it pointless? Are we never going to be able to, you know, make things equitable because people who are rich and powerful would hate that. They would hate it if homeless people were actually able to live decently. They would hate losing that sense of superiority over another person. Invisible America, I follow that. I follow them on Twitter, yeah. Yeah, they're good. Where the hell's my car? I'm back at the Whole Foods again. It's not hard for me to find where I was. I just got a little disoriented. There's a Whole Foods owned by Amazon as well. Which way? This close. I think back at the street. Click like, everybody, that helps the channel do well. But look at how rich this neighborhood is. You can tell. All this amounts to is making rents and housing extremely expensive around here. Also, that basically horrible contracts like with the government can be carried out. I mean, like the military, the police. Where the hell am I? Oh, good. I'm right there. I'm gonna go to my car and maybe go to McDonald's or something. Go to the bathroom. Yeah, just keep the Department of Defense, Department of Justice, keep our nuclear weapons ready to be fired at any second. Nothing that actually helps people. Everything that makes rich people even richer and more powerful and gives a sense of superiority and arrogance to others, help make for war in Venezuela to be able to invade them for oil, which is going to be an absolute disaster. And it's already such a sham, such an absolute farce. The idea that, oh, we got to get into Venezuela and free them. They're not even worried about people right here around D.C. My car is running fine. I got a new cable for it to jump start it after the last one fried. There we go, back at my car. So I'm gonna try and start my car now, and this time I'll do a little more carefully. A little more carefully. So I'm not gonna necessarily show it on camera because driving through here is terrible. There's like 3 highways that go through here, and it's right on the coast. We're right by the ocean, right by Reagan National Airport. So there's another joke, Reagan National Airport. Like, we should name an airport after him. He was every bit as racist as Trump. It's just that he was a better speaker. Here we go. So here's my new cable. Not as nice, but because it's like all flimsy, and so it's hard to like connect between both terminals, but it does the trick. I could have gotten a firmer cable, but it would have been too expensive. It was like 10 bucks. I was like, screw that. I got a little $2 spool of cable, and you can bet I would not sleep here being homeless, because not very convenient. I don't want homeless people around here. Alright, maybe I will film this. But this, like I said, it's awkward because already I've got to hold the flashlight and the cable with both hands. Yeah, I can't do this. I just got to set the phone down. Ooh. This cable's getting all frayed. Alright. There we go. One end. There we go. And it's cool because this is like an anti-theft system. You can't steal this car. You can't run it unless you do that. Great. Now, how do I even get out of here without my GPS? This area is so, even though it's close by to everywhere I go, It's close by to where I've lived my whole life. It's always a pain in the ass to get through here, but let's see if I can figure my way around. Basically, to drive through here, this area, Crystal City, you have to get on the freeway. It's so annoying. I just farted. I'm gonna take off my shirt. Getting a little hot also in case the police pull me over. Ooh, man, they might not like this. I'll take off the jacket too. Don't even need that. I run hot. I get hot so damn easily. I'm so lucky. I don't, you know. I don't know. I don't care how I look. I just sweat and I'm so uncomfortable. Alright, I think I know my way around out of here basically. Yeah, you basically, to get around here, you have to get on a freeway that just kind of dumps you off into here. And if you want to get out, you got to get back on the freeway. All right. Do I go left here or right? I'll just go left. I'll find my way back to the freeway somehow. I'll find out. I'll figure it out. How's everybody doing? Where's everybody from? I'm not going to read the comments while I'm driving. I missed that free movie yesterday, but that's alright. They got lots of free movies around here. So I will... Shit! All kinds of pedestrians going through. It's hard to turn left. And then there's cars going... Oh, this is pointless. I may as well just go straight. Just go straight and just find my way back. Yeah, I think this is actually a better way. Everywhere here is awful to drive through. Hard to get parking. I'm lucky it's a Sunday that I could just park my car. Otherwise, I would have had to move it after 2 hours. Okay, I know this... all these streets in this area, I just don't know exactly where I'm supposed to turn. I think I should have gone left, but let's see. I don't know. I don't even know. Go left, go right, who cares? Everything here is glitzy and rich, fancy looking, and, you know, designed to within an inch of its life. I just farted again. Oh shit, I should have gone right. I know exactly where I am now. And it's a big, huge intersection here where there's no... Maybe I can back up. Yeah, I can back up. I don't like this maneuver, but this area is so horrible. Screw this area. Between all the roads in this intersection, or lanes in this intersection, it's like a 16-lane intersection. Here we go, onto the freeway. Oh boy, and it's so complicated. There's like 10 different exits within the first quarter mile, and there's people getting off, getting on to the on-ramps to the highway you're on, and getting off, and you have to, it's narrow, like just thread the needle and try and get exactly, like just bullet out of a, you know, like shoot yourself out of a cannon, go straight to the exit that you need to get to. Because there's like 6 different highways merging here, and everybody's like trying to get like a cut across to get onto the road they need to be at. Yep, I'm on here. Okay, I know where I am. But I know this is a pain in the ass, and I may have to go the right lane, and the left lane, and the right lane, and there's cars coming all over me. Behind me, the person in front of me is not going fast enough. This car does not go that fast at all. I'm trying to like gun it. And nope, I shouldn't be in this lane. Okay, I'm merging. There's another 2 lanes merging. There's another 2 lanes merging. Mandatory exits. Where the hell am I going? Fine, I'll just go. Who cares? I'll just go on this one. I'll figure out I don't even have a home. That's made me uncomfortable. People asking me, where do I live? At that thing today, that community, that fundraiser. I said, well, just told, I don't have it in me to necessarily say I'm homeless. Oh, shit! Oh, this other car's made the same mistake I did. Now he's trying to turn onto the, like, over the... Yeah. Oh, fuck you. Now I'm not even in the correct lane. But I'll make it over. Yeah, I don't have it in me to just say I'm homeless, so I just kind of, you know, stammer, and I'm like, oh, well, you know, I don't, I just live in my car. I know it's not their fault. They don't know. They're just being, hey, being friendly, but you know what, just not a good question for me. And then I just don't want to talk to anybody. Great, I'm going the wrong direction. I'm going into DC, aren't I? Mother effer. Yep. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. I don't know. Actually, maybe I'm not. Maybe I am going the right way. I hate this road. I shouldn't have gone this way. Basically, this whole area, the design of highways feeding into each other is like just a plate of spaghetti. I do not want to be here. Okay. Hopefully this way is better. Hopefully I'm going back. Yes, I think I'm going back into Arlington. Not into DC. DC is 10 times worse to drive in. But they asked me where I'm from. I'm like, nope. I don't want to answer that. And I left. Maybe I should just... I thought about that before. Just having a shirt that says in big black letters, I'm homeless. And I'm back exactly where the fuck I came from, in Crystal City. What the hell? I am literally back in Crystal City. Do you all see what happened? I am literally back in Crystal City. I just went in a circle. I thought I was taking a road to go back to another part of Arlington. Wasting gas. My battery. Hell. Hell! I don't even know how to get out of this part. I'm in like Pentagon City, not even Crystal City. Pentagon City's right next to it. But, let's see if I can just guess my way out of here. But I seriously just thought about making a shirt that says I'm homeless. Just to answer the question. Yep, back in Crystal City. Okay! And I know exactly where I am now. Son of a bitch. I'm fucking back where I was 10 minutes ago. And I went the wrong way. I am back where I was 10 minutes ago. Are the cars in front of me doing the same thing I'm doing, making a U-turn? I think I've been to someone's apartment here, an actor's apartment here before. Yep, right in front. Yep, exactly where I was less than 10 minutes ago. Same street where I backed up and then I went right. Yep. Does it have to be this complicated? Does it have to be this absurdly difficult to get around? Does it have to be the map for this place just a bowl of spaghetti thrown down in a bowl? And say, just fuck it, just figure it out. Just figure it out or you can't be here. Okay. I'm back where I need to be. Again, wrong lane. Back in that thing's going to feed me into the 19 highways that turn into 17 highways up here. What's the battery doing? Who cares? It's going down. Oh, it's going down. 39%. Let's see if I can make it to the bathroom. Ooh. All right. Everybody's merging. Back on the exact same effing ramp that I was before. Wasting all this gas. Yeah, I thought it was in the right. It's a road, I know. But nope, not gonna bother. I'll go on a different one. Let's see if this one helps. Can you imagine driving through this in rush hour and you make one wrong turn? Back to the road that I know I was supposed to be on. This is a sick joke. This whole design. This was made on a bet by a bunch of angry old white men. Like, I bet you can't, you know, make it miserable for people to live here. Ah, who's ever going to want to live here, Jerry? Come on. Get serious. No, come on. I bet you can't do it. Okay, fine. Now I'm back in some area where, like, I'm getting close to where I want to be. Yep. Alright. I know the road I'm on. And actually, it's good. This is leading me to where I need to be. I just want to go to McDonald's, sit down, charge my phone, get on my laptop, write, study Spanish. I already took a shit. Don't need to do that. Oh my goodness, a lot of pedestrians out. Alright. Wasted that gas, wasted money today. Shouldn't have gone out. I really shouldn't have. I thought maybe I'll get some mental stimulation. Nope. Yep, okay. And this is not the effing street. This is the street I wanted to be on that it said it was in. Well, anyways, okay. Now I'm exactly where I want to be. Now I'm in good old Southern Arlington. Columbia Pike. You ever heard of it? No? Well, maybe that's because you're an idiot. Sorry. I used to hang out around here a lot. Columbia Pike. We got Bob and Edith's Diner, 24-hour diner. Got the Arlington Cinema and Draft House. My mom and I have reviewed several movies here. We've seen comedians here. Now I can finally go back to Friday and Saturday shows here because I was working Fridays and Saturdays for so long. That's the Draft House right here I was passing. Bunch of Hispanic restaurants, fast food places. I wonder if this McDonald's is good. I haven't been inside this one. Because some McDonald's don't have outlets. And the traffic here is terrible. People turning left from the left turn lane. It's hard to get onto the road during rush hour. It's awful. Now it's not bad because it's Sunday night. Got a psychic. When I was getting out of my 9-month illness, there was a building right here where people who were recovering from drug addiction could just come and hang out. And as part of being in the county, mental health services, I could go there because I was unemployed and disabled. So I could just go there, eat, hang out, get free lunch, watch TV, even though I was in a lot of pain, so I couldn't really enjoy it. My ears are feeling much better now. My workouts are going better. I'm just concentrating better. Doing my reps better. My form is good. This is the area I know. This is the Arlington that I know. Not that fancy, ritzy Crystal City. Southern Arlington. That's what I know. The dumps of Arlington. Wasted all that gas, that money, $10 for a little food. I didn't want that food. I wanted free food. Oh well, now I gotta learn the lesson. Social stuff like that is not for me. And screw you. This is why, like I said the other day, like all I want to do is film stuff. That's it. If I do political stuff, it's just me by myself doing stuff. I'm not good in groups. Just me doing my own thing. I felt like people were testing me, like, you know, seeing if I was going to get in a fight or something. That's why I said maybe I was a bouncer too long, because that's all I could do is look around and not, you know, project authority. Not being a badass or anything, or being, you know, an asshole. It's just letting people know, like, I'm watching, I'll look them straight in the eyes, I'm firm. And I don't know how to process it when people are just hanging around talking and I'm not a bouncer. That means I was at the job too long. Alright, here we go. My nice little route to McDonald's. Ruta a McDonald's. What does Chinga la Migra mean? I saw that sign at the event I went to, and it was very pro-immigration and, you know, pro-supportive of undocumented immigrants. Chinga la Migra. Chinga means fuck, right? So does that mean, like, fuck the... What does that mean, migra mean, in that case? It doesn't mean immigrant. I know they wouldn't say that there. What does that mean? I was going to ask someone, then I was like, fuck it. I was like, I don't even want to start a conversation with anybody. Oh, I got to think where to sleep tonight, too. I've been sleeping a different place every night this week. And I filled up like 7 water bottles with urine last night. That was too much water. Because I barely ate. When I don't eat, it's like, I guess there's no food to absorb the water. If I eat well before I go to bed, I don't have to go to the bathroom when I wake up. But normally I don't eat much. I barely ate today. I gotta go to the food pantry, not because I want their food, but they got a list. Oh, screw it. I don't even know if I want that. Because I feel horrible at the food pantry. I'm so picky about food. I don't want anything they have other than fruit and vegetables. This lady was trying to give me like 9,000 calories worth of carrot cake. I was like, whoa, I can't have this. I don't want it. I can't cook food, so all I can accept is bland crap. Wasting all this gas. Go to the bathroom. And the phone's dying. It's going down. And I was waking up like every 2.5 hours, my heart racing, dehydrated. After I drank all this water. Why does water go through me so quickly? I don't know how people do it. I go to these movies, people sit there and don't drink anything for 2 hours. I'm drinking constantly. Is it because I exercise a lot? That I'd understand. Okay, your metabolism goes faster, you gotta eat more. So, that would make sense. I don't have diabetes. I've been checked plenty of times. My blood sugar's totally normal. I eat pretty healthy, although I should get better about that. Really, my problem is I don't eat much. And now I'm thirsty. Yeah. Nothing worse than that intense feeling that I gotta go to the bathroom when I wake up and I'm like, oh, I'm so comfortable and I don't know where I am. I gotta get a water bottle and get out of my sleeping bag, which I'm not going to be able to sleep in much longer because it's going to be too hot to sleep in that. That sleeping bag is so comfortable. I'm going to have to sleep in blankets, and then some nights it's not going to be warm enough to sleep in blankets, and it's like I'm not going to be able to tell the temperature that well beforehand. It's going to be such a pain. But I'm not paying $1,900 a month for an apartment unless I'm filthy rich. But even then, if I was filthy rich, what should I do if I was really rich? I should just move my parents out of here, right? Leave my white supremacist, domestic abuser, gun lover brother here, cheater on his girlfriend too. Just leave him here. Get my parents out of here, put them in a nice house, and I could move somewhere close by. We'd be in LA or something. And I could make videos and movies there, right? Wouldn't that be a good plan? Or where else? Pennsylvania? I like Philadelphia. M. Night Shyamalan lives there. I was down the street from his house once. I don't know where else. Somewhere else. Gotta go. Take my parents there. If I was that rich, because I am not paying $1,900 dollars a month to live here just because I want to be in this area that badly. Please, everyone remind me never to go to social events again, other than movie-related stuff. And even then, it's iffy. I should have been writing tonight. I applied to something else, by the way, a video job. Interesting. Hopefully I get, I don't know if I'm a right fit for it, but you know, I want to talk to the person and see. I might be. Don't know. It's a very unique opportunity. And again, I've learned I hate jobs, so maybe I will hate it anyways. Because it's not like just working in film is good. You think, you know, David Fincher, he worked for Industrial Light and Magic for George Lucas. He got tired of it. He wanted to make his own movies. It's not just like working in movies anywhere is good, even at a great company. All right, here we go. Mickey D's. I got to catch up on the comments, and we're going to end the live stream. I'm going to charge my phone in here because the battery is going low, even though it's charging on the cigarette lighter. Okay. Wow. What a trip. The old Mickey D's. Oh, all right. What's everybody have to say? There's a lot of comments. Hang on. A lot of comments. I don't know if I'll get through all these. Yeah, driving. Thanks, Rob. Yeah, the commentary was funny. Floor it. This car does not go fast. Yep, Yemen is nightmare. I saw some video of that was so horrifying today, I didn't even want to share it on Twitter. Of a child whose body was just destroyed by a Saudi bomb. I think it was Saudi bomb. Okay, I can't go through all these comments. There's too many going here. But what do we? I'll just try and skim through some comments. Okay, I'm back. We have, we don't give voting rights to a lot of people here. We take it from people when they're convicted of crimes. Yep, nobody wants war in Yemen other than rich people and powerful people and Trump. And not just Trump. It's not just him. It's the government at large. They don't care. Most Congress people do not care. A few speak up about it. Chris Murphy has been really good about it. Bernie Sanders finally started talking about it too. But for the most part, Congress people just do not care. Yep, RV and traffic, that's going to be awful. Yep, Republicans are fascists. Absolutely. They're a death cult. Yeah, thanks, guys. Ray Romano. Yeah, I've heard that before. Yes, I was in Angry Grandpa's videos. Yeah, Ray Romano does do a lot of comedy about his family. Yep, 7 bottles of urine turning into Howard Hughes. That's funny. No, they're big water bottles. All right, everybody. I caught up on the comments. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for enjoying my commentary. All that. That's the one thing that makes it worth it. If I can make a video out of All right. If I can make a video out of, unfortunate, bad situation, then, that it kind of makes it worth it. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. I got to go to the bathroom. Yeah, I've thought about doing stand-up. I don't like the pressure of it, and it's kind of depressing. I've done it before. I used to do a lot of open mics. I just don't want the pressure. Also, they require you to bring a lot more now. You got to bring friends. You got to sign up ahead of time. It's just pressure. And it's so sad when I would see the newsletters recently in the last few weeks when I tried to go perform at a show. And I'm like, shit, I don't have 3 friends I can bring. No, my cell phone battery's dying too quickly. I can't marathon live stream. I hate this about my phone. BlackBerry Privs are terrible with the battery and overheating. Even with the phone charger in from the car, it's still losing a charge. But yeah, I'd be so sad, like, seeing these newsletters about comedians coming. I'm like, I feel so bad seeing this and knowing I can't bring people to go up and perform, and it's so stressful to even see those emails. I don't want to bother doing it. I'll do my own thing. Maybe I'll just have my own show, not a stand-up gig, open mic where you sign up and go, but just an actual show where I don't have to deal with the stress of, okay, when are they going to put me on and all that stuff. I did that a lot. I did that for like a year, basically. And I wasn't that good at it back then. I'd be better at it now, I think, because now I learn more about it and stuff. But it's just kind of depressing to be at and sad for me. It's not my world. I don't want the stress of dealing with that. Maybe I'll do something comparable to that. I want to make maybe a talk show with my mom. That would be funny. And my dad, maybe. All right, everybody, I got to get to the bathroom inside. There's McDonald's behind me. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos. My mom and I got a lot coming this week.